This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 4897 Floresta Court, Westlake Village, California, 91362. And we're just doing a check on the area drains. So we're running water in the area drains at the rear of the house. And what we're going to do is, this is the front of our property here. This is the right hand side of the property here. This goes around towards the front door. This is our garage area here. Goes towards our garage area over there towards the front of the house. And this is one of the area drains that are coming out from the rear of the property. We do have two water hoses running through a couple different area drains at the rear of the property just to see if we have any water coming out of the line. And we do have a little bit of water coming out here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run up the line and take a good look and see what we can see. And as we run in, it does appear that we're running into hospital. Appears to be a large root intrusion in this area here. And we're unable to get past this point. You can see that we do have quite a bit of root intrusion in that area. And as I'm pushing out, I'm bringing out a lot of, maybe a little bit of rocks, a little bit of, looks like branches. We're just going to pull back. And again, as you can see there, pulling back a little bit of debris in this area here. You can see quite a bit of debris and build up in this area here, as far as muddy water coming out and a large branch and some rocks and stuff. So it could possibly be that there's a root penetration due to this large pine tree here. So we're unable to get past approximately 5 or 6 feet. So what we're going to do, we're going to pause here and we're going to relocate ourselves to another area drain clean out, our runoff at the left-hand corner of the house. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the left-hand side of the house, and again, this is our garage area here. This is our area drain runoff that comes out to the curb area here, runs out into the curb area, and again, this is the front of the house, and this runs over towards the pine tree and the other clean out that we just ran up. So again, we're just going to run up this line real quick, and again, we are running water. So we're just going to push up slowly. It does appear to have a little bit of buildup. Again, appear to be passing through, and again, we do have water running from the rear of the house. So what we'll do is we'll just run up the line. We'll make a little bit of a turn. And we'll just continue to push up the line. And again, we're heading towards the rear of the house. What we'll do is we'll just push back as far as we can get, and then from there we can locate the area, and then we'll figure out which drains are tying into what, and we'll shut some water down, and we'll take a good look at the area as we pull back. A little build up there at the bottom. Make a little bit of a turn. Now we should be heading towards the rear backyard area. Again, we just continue to push back. bit more debris in this area. And this possibly is our, you can see the water coming in. So this is the clean out at the very rear of the house. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. We are at the rear of our property. So we're just going to continue to push out a little bit more. We got a little bit of roots. Little root intrusion coming in at the back end over here towards the rear of the property. Again, I'm just going to continue to push out and just try to get to a point to where possibly at the end, which I think we're at the end here, as you can see. Either that or we're making a turn. And it does appear to be a T in this area. And we do have the water shut down, so we're going to give it a second, see if any of this water runs down. If not, we are holding a little bit of water in this area. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, we're just going to pull back and pull up and out of the area drains here. And again, these areas on the left-hand side of the house, water seems to be passing through, but we do have some root intrusions, and it does appear we are holding a little bit of water. So we would possibly recommend having it hydrojetted and get this line cleaned out and flushed out well. And a lot of the area drains around the property all appear to be possibly either buried in mud or buried in the grass, buried with leaves. All those kind of need to be opened up and cleaned up around the area and cleaned up around there so that they can get proper drainage and not get clogged up with the mud and everything else that's covering them up. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back. And as you can see, we do have a little bit of root intrusion in this area here. So again, as I mentioned, we would possibly need to run the hydro jetter through each one of these clean outs and just get them all flushed out on the left-hand side of the house. The right-hand side of the house appears to have a large root intrusion from that large pine tree at the front of the property, and the line appears to be holding water. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back from here. Go ahead, just keep going. It's going to make a difference now. It all needs to be hydrojetted. All the ones on the rear on that side of the house are still holding water then.
They're draining, but not like how they should be.
Because they all got roots and stuff in it.
Yeah.
You can't see nothing when you take the camera and it just turns to mud.
Yeah.
Stop right there. No, actually pull out. How far in are you?
I'm at 37.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. I was thinking, go ahead.
Just do the whole thing. It needs it.
Well, they can run their hose from here, pull all that stuff back from the rear, from this side, and then you put a hose in that furthest point to get it all flushed out while they're scrubbing it. And then that side is the one, but there's probably a break right there because I can't get any farther in than 5 feet over there.
Or it's just a big root intrusion, you don't know. I mean, you can advise if you want to stick the jetter in there, but still, complete.
Oh. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we pull up and out of the clean out here, and as we pull back, we're going to pause our mic and our video here, and we're going to attempt to go through a couple other area drains on the right-hand side of the house. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and pushed our camera through a couple other, the smaller cleanouts along the right-hand side of the house, but everything on that side of the house still appears to be holding water. So again, we're just going to go ahead and conclude our video here.